If I traded it all, if I gave it all away for one thing.
So welcome back, everyone. I'm excited about bringing on my next guest, and I want everybody to listen up because this is something that almost every business could use. I have with me, we call him Digger. It's Jeff Barnes, and he's the owner of Triple Digit Communications. You know, I tell everybody, you've been on the show before a few times now. You got to talk a little bit about yourself, what you do, and how you help people. Literally, I mean, you can help people make money by going to their business and talking to them a little bit about what they can change, right? Little things that might make them better at what they do.
Exactly. Thank you, Carol. It's good to be here.
Get up on the mic.
Oh, whoop.
And there you go.
I'm the quiet man. So, but thanks for letting me be here. Yeah, I am a technology broker, which means I do everything from IT to telecom, and we help companies. We go in as again, our services are free.
I was just going to say it.
Yeah. And we go in and consult with companies and find out what they're doing. And, of course, it's my team are all 30, 35-year technology experts, so you're using an expert. And what we do is we come in and we find out what you're doing, and we help you save money, come up to the latest and greatest. As a matter of fact, I have a customer I'm working on right now. He's got I don't want to give you the details, but we're saving him 42%. And again, we don't charge him anything. So we are paid by the vendors. We have access to 450 different vendors, and
I'm going to talk to you about this because you didn't know this, but I saved some things.
Oh, nice!
From the last
I looked
time
at,
you were here, and I brought them with me. And here's what I want to talk about. First of all, I want to ask you, a business that uses you, first of all, obviously we want people to understand this is a free service to you. Mm-hmm. Is it any kind of business, any size business? Does it matter about that?
Not at all. Actually, I have worked with companies as large as Honeywell and companies as small as a taco shop.
So, and here's the thing, we all have been in business, and
right.
We all have been using the things that we're probably comfortable with, using that we don't know that
right.
Could be something out there better that could save us money. Let's talk about this, okay? I'm going to these are the top 10 benefits of working with a supplier such as Jeffery, okay? The top 10 things. Now, I want to tell people also that you are rated with the Better Business Bureau.
Correct.
You work internationally. Okay, with internationally that he works with people. And again, it doesn't matter the size or the kind of business that you have. You do free consultations with people. Your phone number, write it down because this is a free service. It makes sense to have somebody come in and help you because if he can help you just on your phone service alone, know how you can save some money, you're going to want to do that, right? Especially right now. So, 480-393 0550. That's his phone number. You can check him out while we're talking. It's tripledigit.com. Well, let me say it. It's tripledigitcom.com.
There we go.
Got it there.
One M.
There's one M there. So I want to talk a little bit about you. The 10 top benefits. Number one. What's the number one reason? Save money.
Do I need to look? Yeah. No, we're going to save you money. That's an obvious thing. We don't even lead with that, but we always save people money. Anywhere.
So let's say, like how much? Just on my phone service, let's say.
Okay, well, I usually talk in percentages because our average is 34.7%. So for a business spending a couple $1,000s a month alone, that's a lot of money.
Big savings.
Oh, yeah.
You have access, you said, to 437 vendors.
That's grown.
How much more?
Oh, it's like 470 now.
Wow, 470. I'm sorry. I'm so glad that you obviously you told me that. But
things change in our industry, so yeah.
So on a phone, let's say.
Okay.
So most people are using, let's say, Verizon or what have you. Is it that you're looking at? The type of phones? What are you looking at?
We are right now, actually, and here's the thing, as a hint, if somebody is still using copper wire, which means POTS telephones for your security, your fax machine, whatever, those are being decommissioned. So within the next year or so, they're going away. You're not going to have those anymore. So I know that's a onesie twosie, but it's still important to a lot of people. So I can help people with that. But as well, I'm helping people with everything from their phone systems to their internet service, to their cybersecurity, which is also a big thing now in the news, wireless, Internet of Things.
How do you do that? When you come in, you've got to find out a little bit about that person's business.
Right.
Or do you walk into an office and go, oh, my God, I can see 5 things right now. These people need to change right at the top,
Both.
I'm sure you could look at mine that way.
Yeah, no, both. I sometimes when you walk in with with an eye for telecom, you see certain things that definitely you make note of, but it's all about sitting down with them and asking them the right questions and finding out what kind of phones you have, when did you buy them. Some of these people have phones that the company is no longer in business, and I asked them, what happens if one of them breaks? Where do you go? Do you go to eBay or whatever? So that's a good time to change.
Right, absolutely. So it looks at, first off, it has to be that conversation with you, the consultation. This is a free service to everyone out there, and let's go to another number here. You obviously say you talked about secure a single point of contact. So why is that important?
Well, I think what is meant there is a lot of times people have multiple vendors. They might have a vendor for their phone system, a vendor for their internet, a vendor for their security, all these different things. I can make that one.
By you being the person of contact, or by them, because they're going to think of it as bundling.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, but a lot of times you're still using multiple vendors. I still recommend multiple vendors in certain situations, but call me. I'm your first throat to choke, so to speak.
Right. And so basically, if something goes wrong, you can talk to Jeffrey. What I like about that, too, is first of all, it's really nice to be able to talk to somebody who you can communicate with, too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, it's really, really important. And you work with people internationally. He does free consultations. It is a free service. Again, explain to them how you get paid. Because a lot of people think, oh, it's too good to be true.
Right. No, I know. I got to lay that out. But like I said earlier, I have agreements in place with 470 some odd vendors, service providers, and they pay me as if I'm one of their salespeople, but I'm a company. So
it makes sense. Sometimes certain things just make sense.
Yeah, I don't pass that along.
And it doesn't matter the size of the company, the size business that it is. It also does not matter what kind it is. You said anywhere from Honeywell to a small taco shop. And we know it doesn't. And what about somebody who's a home-based business? Do you also help people like that?
Yeah, I help people with that. A lot of times, especially in the last couple of years with COVID, a lot of people did what's called WFA, work from home or work from anywhere, and they think, oh yeah, just go home and use your Cox internet or whatever, but they got to worry about security if they're getting into their network, and the phone service, they got to connect to their company. So there's other things to think about. It's not that easy, but I do that.
That's what he does. And so we've got our lines open we want our lines open here right now. We do have people calling in for other things that we're giving away right now. This is a free service to you. It makes total sense to have somebody come in because what he's doing, basically you're going to save them money. And in percentages, it's pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk further.
If you are thinking about a reverse mortgage, you must stop and listen to this. Call Mike Allen now at 602-423-3996. No origination fees, and you'll receive a credit for your appraisal and counseling fee at closing. It's so important to pick the right broker. It comes down to the fees that you are charged. So call Mike Allen at 602-423-3996 or go to myreverseteam.com to get all the answers to your questions risk-free. Not all borrowers will qualify. Lonatic LLC is a licensed mortgage broker. Arizona license number 0936435. Michael Allen, NMLS ID 5390966. Lonatic is not acting on behalf or endorsed by a government agency. Equal housing opportunity lender.
You know, the one thing you can't afford to do with your debt is nothing. McCarthy Law helps people just like you who are struggling to make their payments. So don't put your head in the sand. Let the experienced attorneys at McCarthy Law negotiate these matters for you. Call today at 855-976-5777. That's 855-976-5777 or online at mccarthylawyer.com. And take the burden off your shoulder.
What if I told you that getting Medicare coverage doesn't have to be a complicated process? Are you tired of being confused with the many coverage options available to you with Medicare? At Tapestry Insurance Group, let us help by taking the confusion and complication out of your Medicare options so you can get the coverage you need. Some available plans have no additional premium and may help lower your out-of-pocket costs. There's never a cost for a consultation with one of our licensed agents, so don't delay. Contact us at 602-541-7656 or visit tapestryinsurancegroup.com.
Are flocks of birds and pigeons steadily gaining the ground in the battle for your home? Ritterbird Pest and Termite has redefined bird control in Arizona with proprietary materials and installation methods that are the best you'll find anywhere. With prompt response times, easy and flexible scheduling, and reasonable rates, our always courteous and dependable staff is here to serve you. Residential or commercial packages. To schedule your free estimate, call Ritterbird Pest and Termite today at 623-587-0125. That's 623-587-0125. Instead of saving your loose change in a jar, start saving it in your own personal app with SaveCoins. Become a SaveCoins saver by going to the App Store and downloading SaveCoins today. With the SaveCoins app, you can instantly find out when your cash has been deposited. Finally, there's an easier way to save your cash. Don't delay. Download the SaveCoins app today to become a SaveCoin saver. For more information, visit SaveCoins.com. That's SAVCoins.com. SaveCoins, an easier way to save physical cash.
Ladies, if you're not sleeping through the night, would like a better sex life, stronger orgasms, and help with those embarrassing moments that happen when you sometimes sneeze or cough, then Bejuve Med Spa is your answer. All treatments are non-invasive without drugs or surgery and are incredibly affordable. For more information or to schedule a free consultation, visit stopthep.com or call 480-593-5400 for the relief you've been looking for. Let Bejuve make you a better you.
If I traded it all.
So welcome back here. I have to say that I've been talking to Facebook Land out there during the break, and I talk a lot during the break, and I come up with these different things because as I listen to my guests that come on, what I love about the show the most, and I know I say it a lot, folks, but is because of all the information that people come on and get, from being on this show. And for you, this is something that I know that you don't come on all the time, so when you come on, it's so fascinating to me.
Thank you.
Number one, because everybody wants to save money, but at the break we were saying how I said to you, oh gosh, a lot of people might think, well, I can call. There's only 4 or 5, different people I'd have to call for my phone service. I can do that myself. And you said, well, no, Carol. What did you say?
I said there are a lot more than that. There's actually, you might watch TV and see commercials for CenturyLink and Cox Communications, which I have agreements with, by the way, and sometimes recommend them. But again, I think I said there were 400 and 70 some odd carriers that I work with, and they don't do a lot of advertising unless you're on the business world, and they do that through, magazines or whatever. So, there's a lot of good companies out there. Well, some people have heard of Vonage, Ring Central, a lot of companies like that, but they are good companies to go with for business.
Do you find that when people they have a phone, right? Then they have they have the computer, that they have the internet that they have, and again, there's got to be a lot of those too that you work with, different ones. Why are there so many different ones to choose from?
Right.
For businesses, and I guess it would probably make sense that having more to choose from, a small business might need something that you could save them money with, a type of internet, let's say, provider that might work with more smaller businesses.
Well, a lot of times people signed an agreement 4 years ago, and the price is just, I could keep them with their existing carrier and save them, There's an example here, CenturyLink, not to knock them at all, but, they're so big. They signed a carrier agreement, and the customer was paying $400 a month, I believe. And I came in with CenturyLink, renegotiated down to like $120 a month. So that alone, and again, I'm free, so...
and so what happens when someone like you comes in and does that, first of all, it's a free service, so it just makes sense, number one, right there. But you can focus, here's the big thing, and I think we have to talk about this. You can focus on your business and doing what you need to do. I know when I have to make a phone call like that, I got to make it either on a Monday morning early, or I have to make it on a Friday morning, because I have to be on the phones. If I'm not, then I'm not doing business. So, and I think people can understand that. That's probably the number one reason to call you, because it's a free service. You can hand it over to you. You come in, you find out what their needs are, and boom, you focus on what you need to do and have you do the rest.
Correct. And I think where you were going with that is also, once you've been installed, you don't just get access to some 800 number and, tell your story. I will give you Tier 2 customer care and an escalation list, and then if that is not getting done, call me. I've been in the industry for 35 years, embarrassing to say.
Not at all.
I have my connection, so...
That's what's good about that, the connections.
Yeah.
And, you say it here, right? Gain a trusted advisor. This is somebody that, you can trust, and somebody that's going to help you. Do you go in periodically, let's say, is it a one-and-done time thing, or no?
No, I want to keep. Usually people sign up for a 3-year agreement, and I get paid for that. But
by the carriers, I just want to throw that in there. But you don't have to pay him. The carriers pay him.
Thank you. You'll never write a check to Triple Digit Communications. You'll never receive an invoice from Triple Digit Communications. But it is still my goal to keep you happy. I've had customers that have been on board for 9 years. Usually every 3 years they have to re-up, but they're happy because I've been in touch with them and keeping them happy and upgrading them.
And making sure that they're saving money and using the type of equipment that will make their business run faster, but also the most important thing, saving you money.
Exactly.
That number to call them, it's 480-393-0550. He works internationally. Everything he does is free for you out there. Right. So it is a free consultation, and he's rated with the Better Business Bureau. You could check him out. It's tripledigitcom.com.
There we go. 1M.
And then, again, that phone number, write it down, because this is probably the best phone call you can make within your business to save you money, and which is what everybody wants to do, especially right now. 480-393-0550. It has no difference of what kind of business you are, what size company you are, a lot of people are working from home or have other people that are working at home for you. That's another.
Right.
Do you have people that are, may have people that are working from home that you can also, that might have also offices outside? Do you do that too?
Of course.
I'm sure
we
you
call
do.
it WFH, working from home, or WFA, working from anywhere. So if you're at a hotel or somebody else's house or here, they can still open their laptop and be connected to their office and make phone calls.
So everybody just thinks if I've got a computer and a phone or a watch now,
Right.
I can work from anywhere.
Yeah.
But they need more than that to run.
No.
They don't?
As long as it's a secure internet.
Let's talk about that because, cybersecurity is huge.
It's huge, especially now. I don't want to scare anybody, but they've been talking about Russia trying to jump in, and they're not going to get the little businesses, but they're going to get your bank. That's what they're aiming at, yeah. And you might not know this, and of course you've got a connection into that bank. So what do people do? How do they get that? How do you help them with that? This is a topic right now. Right. Well, we do an assessment, and there are companies that will come in and do. They will act as a bad guy and try to get into your system and find out what your weaknesses are, and then tell you this is how we can fix that. But the thing with cybersecurity is, man, it's I don't even know how to explain it. There's always people. It used to be some teenager working out of his mom's basement, but now it's literally a state-funded group of people, and sometimes they'll be in your system for over a year, and you won't know it. They're looking for the best time and the best way to get in there, and people are not thinking about that right now, but it's very important.
Well, I don't think they're not thinking because people are getting hurt quite a bit.
Right.
And listen, we're getting emails all day long. And 90% of them, I'm sorry to say this, but almost 90% of them are, they're what do you call it, junk or spam. That was the word, spam that I was looking for. And, really, you can't open up anything. You can't open up anything that comes on even your phone, right? Because you don't know that if you open it up, it's going to then
take you somewhere else,
exactly.
or get into your system. There's all these worms, phishing.
But
all
some
these
people
different
think,
ways,
okay, well, I have spyware, on my computer. Is that enough, Jeff?
I have spyware on my computer, and
do you have things that you like better than others? Which, maybe a certain. And are all spyware alike? Let's put it that way.
For the consumer, for the residential, Norton and all those
are fine.
They're good. They're good. But when you get into a corporate world, it's a little bit deeper because you've got several different computers and I should say devices connecting to them, phones, devices like that iPad right there. So you've got to worry about all those different things.
Well, I'll tell you something. Again, it's a free service. It makes sense to have somebody come in like you. Are there a lot of people out there that do what you do? I don't think so.
There are some, but they're not as inclusive. And what I say by inclusive is they don't have 470 different vendors that they work with, and they're not free, and they haven't been around for 35 years.
And Jeff has.
Yes.
Jeff, I love having you on because it's so incredible with what you do. And honestly, it's a free service to you out there, the business owner. And you know what? You're helping them. You're kind of helping the small guys as well as the big guys. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
And or what size. He works internationally. It's a free service. It makes sense to call him. His phone number, it's 480-393-0550.